And here we go. Hello. Woo, woo, yeah.
Woo.
I so dig the music.
I do. It's a great intro. I love it. Very, very high energy.
Okay, well, I have an even better intro.
Okay.
Welcome to Ask Dad, a dad show not just for dads, but everyone that wants fatherly advice from a real dad. Whether you're here for the bad dad joke or to gain some insight, Will Snow is the man, the myth, and the legend in his own mind who knows all things. So please, welcome to today's episode of Ask Dad. They're also laughing at you because they love you, but more applause. They're doing more applause.
More applause. There we go.
There we go. Hello. How are you today, Will Snow?
I am doing wonderful, Debo. How are you? How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. Would you like to tell everyone why I'm laughing? Now, this is something that Will Snow has wanted to do for a while, and I finally agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Because technically I am in the comfort of my own home.
Well, we talked about it before. But listeners, welcome to the Nude Podcast.
And the nude episode of the Ask Dad podcast.
Right. We're not going to make this, we're not going to do this all the time. Just today.
Just today. But I will say I am very appreciative. I made sure to ask Will Snow to put a towel between him and my chairs because this is my office after all.
And I acquiesced, of course, because that is the polite thing to do when one is sitting naked in an office chair.
Right.
So just please remember that, listeners.
Yes.
When you're naked in your office chair, put a towel down.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. What's your dad joke, Will Snow?
Well, seeing it's a season, I have a really interesting one with, it's the time. So what is a witch's favorite subject in school?
I should know this, being
You should.
original. What is a witch's favorite subject in school?
Spelling.
Okay. All right, I'll give you that one.
All right.
That was a good one. Okay.
Okay.
And I did preface this naked podcast, with no touching.
The board?
Correct.
No, we can't do that.
right.
That would be an entirely different kind of podcast.
It would. All right, would you like my dad joke?
Yes, I would.
Okay. So I went to a beekeeper the other day and I ordered 12 bees. Mm-hmm. And he counted and he gave me 13. And I said, "Sir, you gave me an extra." And he said, "I know. It's a freebie."
Okay, come on.
There.
Give it a good.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was fun. I liked it.
That may have been from Donna or from Cindy. I'm not sure because they both are continuing to send me amazing dad jokes.
Yeah, and by the way, thank you for all the dad jokes. Thank you for all the questions and the comments. Really appreciate it. It's really nice to know that, we're touching some chords here. Not today touching any chords, but
You
what
can
I mean.
touch your own chord all you like.
That's again a different kind of podcast.
All right. Would you like me to open up the illustrated guide by Stephen Wildish of how to swear and do a word of the day?
Well, yeah, let's do it.
All right.
It's been fun.
Okay, so here we go. And wow. So the podcast is now naked and it's explicit because the word of the day is shit.
Oh no, not that.
Oh no. Okay. Are we ready?
Just absolutely.
Okay. Although, as a noun, shit refers to fecal matter, it has many additional meanings. To defecate, something of little value, nonsense, or as an expression of surprise or anger. So once again, we have that diagram of circles where, there's...
Is it a verb? Is it a noun?
Well, it's the circles where it's like the different meanings and then the circles come together. I know there's a name for that type of diagram.
Venn diagram?
Is that what...
I believe it's a Venn diagram.
All right. I mean, he is Will Snow and he knows all things. So the big circles have good, bad, and fecal. And then the circle that combines good and fecal is hot shit. The circle that combines good and bad is holy shit. The circle that combines fecal and bad is dog shit. And then the little bit that connects them all is just shit.
Okay. Thank you very much. That was,
Oh, there's etymology. I want to do the etymology.
you want to do the etymology?
Yep.
Absolutely.
All right. The origin of shit is shrouded in the steaming mists of time, possibly derived from Old English, which had the nouns shit, meaning dung, or shit, meaning diarrhea, which that song is now in my head. This eventually changed in Middle English to sheet, excrement, sheet, diarrhea. The spelling has been changing. So S-C-I-T-E for dung, S-C-I-T-T-E for diarrhea, S-C-H-I-T-T-E for excrement, and S-C-H-Y-T for diarrhea. Now, the word has several similars in modern Germanic language. Is that how you pronounce it? Germanic? Germanic. So, I don't even know how to read this.
Well, then that's a good place to
Yeah.
close it
All right, but the picture
before our listeners fall asleep.
Oh, wow. Wow. Well, the picture, there's a picture of someone doing
A shit?
no.
Okay.
Like
Well, what was the word?
right, they're doing aerial, and they missed the swing to grab onto, and they're falling, yelling shit.
Well, that's what you would do. Well, you actually, having done aerial, would
I have.
and if you miss your grip and you fall, is that what you would say?
No, I usually say fuck.
Ah, okay. Well, that's a
Which is also okay.
Yeah, okay.
Moving on. Hello, Will Snow. So, what is the topic of today's Naked Podcast?
Well, the Naked Podcast topic of the day should come as no surprise. It is called body image. Okay. So, for all you listeners, listen, the thing that I want to discuss here is that we have to love ourselves. Love ourselves. Be comfortable in who we are. Do not let other people shame you. This is an incredible outcome of social media that I have been really just appalled by, to be honest, is because that someone will post a picture and they will do all kinds of filtration, all kinds of editing to create this image and push that out into the world as if it is them, as if they are embarrassed or ashamed of what they really look like, what they really are. And the point here is that we are all have our beauty, our different beauty. I'm not going to call it flaws because it's not. Everybody has different scars and asymmetries and different skin tones and different smiles and different hair and different eyes and all of these things that are on the surface of us, and they're all perfect. And you, listeners, you are perfect. You are perfect just how you are. You don't have to
Conform
to some society. I'm not even going to say societal. This is not societal. This is in the imagination of people who are marketing. That's who this is. That's who's telling you you're not enough of this. Your breasts aren't big enough. Your penis isn't big enough, or in the right shape, or in whatever. And by the way, penis is not a bad word.
Penis.
It's not a bad word. Okay, right.
Penis. It's not a bad word.
Right. So,
do listeners, do any of you play the penis game? It's a lovely game. Basically, you just work the word penis into random conversations and or if you're walking through a crowded store, you just say penis and, people will be like, oh no, but it's not a bad word.
It really isn't. No, in fact, I think that's how I won your heart was when I walked through a flock of birds that were feeding,
on the corner on the beach, and he goes running through them yelling penis, and the birds started flying away, and all I could hear was the music from that God, what was that movie? God, that movie in the 80s about the runner and he won all. God,
Chariots of Fire?
yes, damn it. Chariots of Fire. All I
Chariots
could
of
hear
Fire.
was the song from Chariots of Fire. Let's see it. Hold on. Keep talking. Keep talking.
Oh, it's okay.
I have Apple Music.
I will absolutely keep talking. So what I was discussing was the fact that we need to, as human beings, be comfortable in our own skin. And I really learned this, I would say, at, an early age, being, when I was running in the forest. Okay, here we are.
Vangelis.
Doing.
So when he was running through the flock of birds yelling penis and they're flying away in my mind, which was slow motion, this is what I heard.
Though I was not naked. I have to point that out.
In my head, he was naked. One more. Wait till it gets to the...
Okay.
There we go. Okay, moving on. So I'm to give credit where credit is due. That was Chariots of Fire by Vangelis. I knew that was the name of the composer. So okay.
Right. We don't ever on the Ask Dad podcast take credit for anything that is not ours.
That is correct. We give credit where credit is due. So
because it's not cool to take people's stuff as your own and throw it out there on the internet and say, I did this.
Yeah.
It's kind of lame.
It is. It's so lame. So anyway, what were you talking about while I was searching for Chariots of Fire by Vangelis?
What I was talking about was when I was young and free and strong and running and doing all those things. I was in the forest preserves running long distances by myself and I was encouraged. I just had an idea. What would it feel like to be just naked in nature? And so I did. And it was very freeing. And it was really interesting because initially you're like, oh my God, I'm naked. It's like you'll ever go to a nude beach. It's like you strip down and you're laying in the sand. And for the first 10 seconds, you're like, oh my God, I'm naked. And then you look around and you're like, all these other people are naked. And then you go.
And nobody cares.
Nobody cares. Yeah. And you say, so what? And then you can enjoy the beautiful sun on your skin and the sound of the ocean and the wind. It's really actually very lovely.
I do love all of that. I will say I don't like sand getting into my lady bits, which is why I'll make sure I wear a bottom.
Oh, that's fine. It's a towel or, be on a towel, right? There you go.
Yeah.
But no, so the point...
Thank you again for the towel.
You're welcome, of course. Courtesy. You're going to be courteous about it.
Yeah.
But the point is, I was shocked how many people are just terrified to be themselves in their own skin, and they're so ashamed of themselves, and it's a shame. That's the shame, really, is that you're taking on somebody else's shame and somebody else's thought of what you should look like. What you should be like, what your body should be. It's not a harm to say, hey, I would like to be stronger, or I would like to be fitter, or I would like that. But that comes from inside that says, hey, I love myself and I'm going to do something good for myself by being fitter or by being stronger or by being healthier. Not that you're having that externally mandated by some random third party that you don't even know.
Right. It's a level of confidence. I think we've talked about the difference between confidence versus cockiness.
No, we actually haven't gone into that. But that's a great episode, though. I'll definitely want to talk about that because that's something that a lot of people get confused.
So talking about filters and talking about what won my heart from you, flock of birds, penis running. For me, I think I think it was before we even met and we had just spoken and we were texting and I sent you a picture of myself right after my morning swim
I love that picture.
Workout. Yeah. And, I had just gotten out of the pool, so my hair was a mess, skin, sun in my eyes, just kind of squinting. But I just sent a good morning Smile.
It was, and the smile was everything. That meant everything to me. It really did, because it let me know that you were joyful in that moment. That was a moment of joy. That was your happy place. You did your swim,
Yeah.
you did your workout, you felt great, and you were just glowing. And you did not care that your hair was wet or that you were, squinting.
Yeah.
Or-
And that I was all chlorinated and
It was just, you were in a moment of joy, and you shared that moment of joy with me in an unfiltered way. And that actually was very powerful. It really, more so than I think you know. Because like I said, it's just, and to me, it's sad that, people feel like they're not enough. They can't be content in this moment in who they are. And as we age, let me tell you, guess what? The body that I have now is
yummy.
well, thank you so much, as is yours.
Oh, thank you so much.
But it's changed over time. I am not the same. I don't have the same distribution, I guess, that I did of fat and muscle when I was 20 years old. Nor do I really miss it, to be quite frank, because
Right.
at the time, I actually believed that I wasn't strong enough. I wasn't big enough. I wanted to look like this, or, have this kind of build or whatever.
Yeah.
And honestly, it was perfectly fine.
Yeah. Same. It's like, my hips aren't small enough. I don't have that thigh gap. Donna and I were talking about the thigh gap, which is just not natural. I didn't have the six pack, which, okay, well, that's because I also enjoy eating.
Me too.
And plus having a six pack, when you think about it, that means your body fat is so low that you're able to see all those muscles. And, being not having enough fat in your body is actually problematic as well. I could go into a whole clinical exercise physiology thing, but that would take away from the Ask Dad moment. But
Thank you. But you're absolutely, again, correct. It just is, you don't need, if you want to do that, because that's something that you feel that you want to do for yourself out of self-love, then all good. But if you feel that you're being pressured to do something because somebody else feels some way about you, I would encourage you to get naked and look at yourself and take stock of yourself and just love yourself. Say something nice about yourself.
Yes.
Find out, stand there in front of a mirror naked and find something about yourself that you can just say, I love that about me. Start there and then build from there.
Absolutely. And also know that when you do stand naked in front of a mirror, let's just make sure the mirror is in your home and not like in a department store.
Well, yes, public nudity, again.
Yeah.
That's what you're into. Oh, so be it, but not,
Yeah.
just be careful.
Yes, just be careful.
Be careful, because
in the world today.
Well, especially out in the United States, because there is absolutely a crazy kind of energy that
there's a weird mindset.
it's really, really bizarre. And it's unfortunate. It really is, because it's, we are, as human beings, beautiful. We are all beautiful. And the reason we're beautiful is because it's what's inside us. These surface layers are what they are. I had a really interesting experience, and do we have time to talk about this?
We always have time with Snow.
Well, and this actually kind of cemented my thought process on this. When it's not the happiest thing in the world. So listeners, I'm sorry. I'm going to kind of go into a time that was not so joyful in my life when I was watching my late wife go through chemotherapy. And she was and always will be, in my mind, a very beautiful, beautiful human being, just a wonderful soul and just a beautiful human being. But she was very physically beautiful as well. And when we were young and all of that, and as she was going through chemotherapy and just endless rounds of chemotherapy, surgeries, radiation, all of the things that were, associated with her cancer treatment, it was, you'd see a layer of superficial beauty that would be taken away. Mm-hmm. And it was hard to watch that be taken away. But what I noticed over time was every layer was removed. Every layer that was removed, you could see more and more of that radiant spirit inside her till the end, when it was just so amazing just to look at her. You could just see her spirit glow, and it was just a mixed kind of situation, because we could grieve for the superficial beauty that was removed, or we could take the perspective that everything that has changed reveals something even greater. And as our bodies are changing and evolving, as we are evolving as human beings, I think that we are demonstrating there's something even brighter and more beautiful.
I love that.
Thank you.
I love that.
Thank you.
And not that I'm taking away with this next comment from, us talking about your beautiful late wife, but just this past week when I was, I needed to go to the store to get some new clothing and a size up from what I've been for the last 10 years. And what was it that I said to you? Do you remember?
You were upset, I believe, that this did not fit or did not look right on you.
I used to be upset.
But now?
Right. But now I said, you know what? Menopause body, I am embracing it.
Yes, that's right. You did say that. And I was so proud of you for being in that moment and just loving who you are, because I certainly do.
Oh, and I love you.
Thank you.
And I
appreciate
do love
that.
this naked podcast. Sorry, my eyes were not looking at his eyes. My eyes went down. Okay, we have a question from one of our listeners.
Whew, good thing.
All right. Okay, from Tyler in Chula Vista.
Chula Vista.
So Tyler says, I just found out that my ex-boyfriend shared some embarrassing photos of me with his friend group, and they have started sharing them with everyone. I know. I've deleted all my social media accounts and have been pretending to be sick because I'm afraid to go to school, and I am terrified of what will happen if I tell my parents. I feel like my life is over because I made one stupid mistake. How do I move forward? Wow, Tyler,
buddy.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Your life is not over.
No, your life is definitely not over. First of all, I do have some things to say there. The pictures were embarrassing. I don't know how old you are, Tyler, but if you are a minor and that those pictures had you in any kind of compromising position or any, naked or doing anything, that is child pornography.
It's illegal.
And that is illegal. And you can absolutely release the dogs on your friend who, and anybody else who actually possesses them. That is not cool, and no, not happening. However, if you are, and I think the other thing is what I'm hearing about in your message is shame. You are ashamed. You were in a moment where you were, someone took that picture. Maybe it was via your consent or not. But if it was, you were consensual, you were in a moment, you had somebody take that picture, but then they took that image and did not get your permission to release it.
No consent for that.
No consent. And that is not your shame. Okay, I'm just going to tell you straight up. That is not your shame. That is somebody shaming you.
Yes.
And
shame on them.
Absolutely. And people who would laugh at your shame or your embarrassment, that's on them as well.
It is. And that's actually, I think, internal response that they're laughing because they're embarrassed for themselves.
Yes, absolutely. And I just want to encourage you, first of all, don't be afraid to talk to your parents.
Right.
If you are underage, or even if you're an adult, don't be afraid to talk to an authority figure and say, hey, look, this is going on, this is wrong. If this is happening in your school, you absolutely need to talk to the supervisor, your principal, assistant principal, guidance counselor, because this This is not permissible.
No.
That all said, I know that it's out there and you're embarrassed, but I'm just going to encourage you. Lean into it. Own it. It's yours. All right? It's yours. And there's nothing to be embarrassed about because you are as the universe has made you. There is nothing at all for you to be embarrassed about when it comes to your body, your sexuality, your persona. There's nothing to be embarrassed about. So don't be embarrassed. It's beautiful. Somebody wants to take that beauty and make you ashamed of it
and try to manipulate you. That's on them.
That's really on them. And honestly, I know it's really hard, and I know how it is to feel that humiliation, that oh my God, my world is falling apart right now. It isn't. It's a different step in a world, and I hope it's a step that helps you to become more self-confident and lean into who you are.
Yes. Well said, Will Snow. And Tyler, please, absolutely, we love you. We appreciate you. The world loves you.
And you're courageous.
Yeah.
Look, you reached out
us.
and ask that question, to acknowledge that situation. That shows tremendous courage.
It does.
Okay.
So thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Any final thoughts on body image? Any final thoughts for Tyler? A final dad joke?
Oh, I've got a final dad joke.
Go on.
Absolutely. Well, because we're in the the Halloween mode.
Oh, yes, Halloween, best holiday ever.
Yeah. So why do ghosts get invite? I'm really having a hard time.
Really messing
well,
this up.
It's the new podcast thing. I've got to get my mind straight here. So why do people invite ghosts to Halloween parties?
Don't know why.
Because they bring free booze.
Oh, they bring free booze.
Okay, fine.
I thought it was going to have something to do, nude podcast, Halloween, ghosts, boo, bees.
Oh, boobies. Oh, I didn't think of that. Okay.
Yeah, okay. My dad joke. What is the longest word in the English language?
The longest word in the English language? I do not know.
Smiles. Because the first letter and the last letter are miles apart.
Okay.
They liked it.
They did. And see, this is why you never can, it's always good to have the board. Always good to have the control of the board.
Yeah, I have the control of
do.
the board. Okay, so listeners, thank you so much for tuning in to Ask Dad, the show of fatherly advice for all with a smattering of bad dad jokes. The love is real, and the man is real, and the nudity today is real.
It is.
So we will see you next time. So until then, continue to send us your dad jokes and questions to will@IWillAskDad. And remember, you can go to the website, iwillaskdad.com, and read the first few chapters of Rescue Cat, Will Snow's book. And then we can talk about it all. We can talk about the good. We can talk about the bad. We can talk about the dad. I hit 2 buttons on the board, so let's just go with it.